coming at you live from Shorewood, Wisconsin, which is a little small suburb of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. It's Chad and it's Kevin. It's the Candid Athletic Training Podcast, and it's Wednesday. Does anybody think it's actually Wednesday? No, it is not Wednesday, guys.
What day is it to you?
It's Monday.
Monday.
Even yesterday did not feel like a Monday. Today feels like a Monday.
Looks like somebody's got a case of the Mondays.
How was the Christmas
That was the movie.
migration?
My son, who's 3,
Ducks.
just went to his first.
Ducks.
He's at his first movie right now, so I'm pretty excited to hear how that went.
Oh, I forgot to tell you.
Span.
My older son is now in love with Paw Patrol.
He started.
Yeah. So, Grandma put the Paw Patrol movie on.
Which one? There was like 7.
Oh, is it really? Well, I'm going to tell you this.
We haven't seen any of the movies.
It's the one that starts with turtles crossing the street. Like little sea turtles are like trying to cross the street. And so he doesn't say Paw Patrol. He goes, turtles? 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 Because that's the first thing that's on the screen, and so that's what he thinks the movie's about.
So you started watching.
I have now.
Do you want to redo the fat now that you know who the characters are?
No.
I thought it went turned out as a good fat.
Because this is what I'm going to tell you. I've watched the movie. I'm not kidding. I've probably seen that movie from beginning to end in the last 2 weeks 14 times.
Oh, twice a day.
No, 2 weeks.
Oh,
So
once
about-
a day.
Yeah.
My
There
math
are-
was strong there.
There are times, though. Well, I should say the movie's on almost twice a day. Because we will use it as he's running around crazy. And if I can't get him to just, like, sit on my lap and, like, read a book, we'll, like, throw it on. And all of a sudden, he just wants to sit on your lap and, like, stare at the TV.
Mhm.
Like, all right, cool. He's calming down. It's about time for that nap. All right. Point of that story was
Bennett got the Paw Patrol tower for Christmas. That was one of the bigger ticket
tower.
items. Like, yeah,
he
he had a couple of the. He's got several versions of Paw Patrol toys. Well, somebody got him the big tower.
So I'm gonna tell you, you haven't seen any of the movies.
No, there's
Oh,
one that
okay.
I saw like 5 or 10 minutes of. When we were traveling, we were in New Jersey.
Yeah,
And I was like, this
Jersey.
legit looks like a good movie I would watch.
it's not a bad. It's a good movie. It
It was almost like
thoroughly enjoyed it.
It was like it's not a live action one, but it was kind of the closest thing to.
Oh,
It was the best animated one. The animation looked the best, I should say, rather than like super obvious kids cartoon
gotcha.
style.
No, this one's pretty good. I think it's literally called Paw Patrol the movie. It's on
Yeah, it probably
It's
is.
on Paramount.
They all are.
Oh,
I think that's where the TV show is right now, Paramount Plus.
well, they're making a killing then.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm digging it. I'm glad he. I think I told you he's like obsessed with the movie WALL-E as well. Maybe,
You have said that before.
and I'm glad he kind of like he found another movie that he's obsessed with. So we'll see what the next one is. He even pointed at the screen when he went, "Oh no, Chase!" And I was like, "Oh wow, my kid is freaking. He's picking up on the movie."
Chase, yeah.
Um,
Chase is on the case.
Chase is on the case.
I think we have a very fun show tonight. So
Do
again,
we?
Candid Athletic Training. We're going to have some real hard-hitting athletic training talk. I know that's what everybody wants, is us to talk about athletic training.
No.
Well, you're going to get it tonight.
Yes, we will.
I see
a lot
one-
of athletic training.
2, 3, 4 solid conversations we're going to have tonight.
Segments that have nothing to do with anything but athletic training, particularly our feature topic.
Our feature topic you're going to want to stick around for. We are going to talk about squirting.
It's exciting.
Are
Do
we
you think-
squirters?
Is this clip that you sent me?
Everybody
is this a
knows
pretty,
it.
Yeah. Okay.
So there's 2 well-known football players who do a podcast.
They happen to be
and-
brothers.
and they play football and they get water sprayed into their mouth by athletic trainers. And so they talked about it, and it went viral, obviously. I just want to talk about it from the athletic training perspective, not the player's perspective. Like, obviously, they were tongue-in-cheek funny.
Yeah.
It was good. It was the kind of conversation you and I would have, and that's what she says and all that stuff. But there is an actual conversation here that I want to have about water bottle
Etiquette?
usage.
Oh, usage? Okay.
Yeah, etiquette and usage, and like there is a legitimate conversation. And Kyle's all about the Brownies. Do they play? Is there a Tuesday night or is there a Wednesday night football game tonight?
Is there?
No, they play tomorrow. I think they play Thursday night football.
Do they? If they win, are they in? Is that what's going on?
I think they have to win one of their last two. They're sitting in a pretty good spot.
Thursday night. I mean, Joel Flacco. I mean, I think you cut the other guy and you just signed him, Mr. Joel Flacco, for the rest of his career.
There's not much career.
Who cares? He's playing better than anybody else in the world.
They play the Jets tomorrow, if I believe. I'm correct.
Jets.
Which is a tough matchup for them, I think.
It's a very tough matchup. The number one probably pass defense.
Yes.
Against basically a team that can only throw the ball right now.
Yeah.
But they're doing it.
At least Flacco's super mobile, and he'll be able to escape all the pass rush.
Yeah, that's what I remember about him. That dude's still slinging it though.
He really is. Had a good month.
Thank God I picked him up on my fantasy team.
Did you? Are you in your championships?
I'm in one championship, like full on championship, and then I'm in a toilet bowl championship.
Which league are you in your full on?
College guys.
Oh, that's the one you really wanted to dominate. I'm in the championship of my family league that we started this year, and I did not make the playoffs in the other one.
That's a bummer.
I cost myself a playoff spot with a last-second switch. I switched out a wide receiver for a wide receiver that scored 4 fewer points, and I lost by 4 points.
Can you tell us?
Yeah,
because everybody wants to ridicule.
I put in week 14. I put in Romeo Doubs.
Okay.
And I took out Adam Thielen.
Oh. That's a tough one.
Thielen had not played well.
No, yeah.
And Dobbs was going into the first game when Jordan Love was Jordan Love's been pretty good.
Yeah.
And it was right after Christian Watson got hurt. And I was like, okay, Watson's out. They got to throw the ball. Everything's going to go to Jaden Reed and Romeo Doubs. I'm like, consolidation. And I lost. And had I kept Thielen in, I would have won by like 0.1 or 0.2 had I kept Thielen in. But it doesn't really matter because the following week in the first round of our playoffs, my team would have put up like 40 points.
Wow.
Yeah. I had Amari Cooper in my other league. That's why I'm in the championship.
I'm not kidding. This is how good my team is. I've had Amari Cooper on my bench this past week.
And still won.
And still dominated.
Yeah.
Like coming after you. I think I'm playing Rich, not Pat.
Rodriguez.
Is he still coaching anywhere? No?
I'm not sure.
He got in a lot of trouble, didn't he?
They all do.
The
NFL is crazy.
Yeah, it is. It's full of people talking about squirting.
You know what? Before we do some shenanigans,
you got it.
Let's thank our sponsors. I'm going to let you go while I eat this Rice Krispie treat.
Yeah, you eat that thing. Thank you to Healthy Roster. If you have any EMR concerns, or you're looking to improve your life, especially your work-life balance, with all of the note-taking that we have to do as athletic trainers, please go over to healthyroster.com and talk to the friendly folks about getting their 2.0, right? 2.0?
Healthy Roster 2.0,
yeah. I almost got through that as like a nice little advertisement. Seriously, go to Healthy Roster. They're awesome. Smart Tools, smarttoolsplus.com. If you are interested in any kind of instrument-assisted soft tissue mobilization devices, you go over to smarttools+.com. If you are interested in BFR cuffs, particularly their new BFR 4.0, completely wireless BFR cuffs, go over to smarttools+.com, type in the promo code Candid10, and you will get 10% off.
On Christmas, my brother asked me, he's like, hey, do you know anybody that does like skin tools? I was like, what do you mean? It's like, tools? Like massage tools. Or he's like, do you have anybody you recommend? I'm like, yeah, absolutely.
I do for sure. And it's not just for the athletic population. There's people all over this godforsaken world that are using these instrument-assisted soft tissue mobilization devices, doing gua sha on their faces, everybody, to de-age yourself. I can't tell you how many freaking patients I have. Oh, yeah, this is what I use on my face. Anyway, on to Athletic Trainer Insurance Plus. If you are looking for professional liability, general liability.
Coming in a new year, you might want to
It is.
reevaluate.
We are entering 2024, people, and if you're anything like me, come February is when I need to re-up my insurance. I go to Athletic Trainer Insurance Plus because I am a member of this Candid Athletic Training podcast, and if you are a member of this Candid Athletic Training podcast, you will get the most competitive rate for your professional liability. It's worth it, people. If you are a full-time employee and your employer does not take care of your insurance, or you just need supplemental coverage for all those damn camps you got to work because we don't make enough money and we need to work extra, something happened to the camera, no idea. Something's going on. Go over to Athletic Trainer Insurance Plus, and everybody's just like, why do they keep putting these other things on the screen? Really, for real. What happened? How'd you figure it out?
I just went to the camera.
Oh, I save a crap ton as a small business and paying for all of my own insurance. I'm not kidding. I saved about $1,500 this year on my professional liability and my general liability by using Athletic Trainer Insurance Plus.
I think I hit the A button and it switches to camera A.
Oh, really?
Had no idea.
Try it again.
Well, yeah. Oh, yeah. Look at the letter A goes to camera A. We don't even have a camera.
So what are we on? We're
on 3.
3? So
iPhone camera. If I wanted to do that too, but
hello.
I'm not hooked up.
Hello.
Oh, FaceTime camera 1.
Did I tell you? iPhone? Did I tell you?
What? No.
Jackie now has an iPhone.
Oh, she was against it, wasn't she?
Oh yeah. We're both Android people. And yes, that makes us fine. We're okay. Stop, everybody. Stop being so angry. We're fine. So our text messages are green. Everything's okay. No, she switched because all of our stuff here at work is iPhone, and she's like, "I'm just gonna give it a try and see if it's."
Does she like
better.
it so far?
No, she hates it, but it's just because she's not used to her phone yet.
Yeah,
she's gonna be fine.
Once she gets,
Just like if every single person that has an iPhone that thinks it's the end all of be all, if they switch to an Android 3 months later, they'd be like, "Wow, this is a great phone." But that means pretty soon here,
you're gonna have an iPhone.
I'm gonna have to.
Yeah,
I have 2 kids. We video chat all the time.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna not be able to have an iPhone.
FaceTiming is the way to go.
So pretty much soon here, we'll be able to, I don't know. Maybe we'll be able to do fun things with the podcast because we both have iPhones.
Yeah. Kevin, are you done with your CEUs before we get into the shenanigans? How many do you have left?
I actually don't. I don't know.
You got.
Yeah.
You got 3 days. You're fine.
I know that I have at least, the last time I counted, I had 35.
Quiz.
Yeah.
Are you gonna take off one of the next 2 days and just sit at a coffee shop and do them?
No, but what I do is anytime I have a break in my day, which is not a lot, or during, so a quick version of how I do treatment. I go into a room, we talk, I assess, I throw needles into fascia. I walk out of the room so that somebody can cook and relax, and then I come back 20 minutes later. If I have that 20 minutes free, I've just been hitting up, quick little CEUs on 2 speed or something.
Yeah. You gotta just go to the ones that you can test out of.
I think you showed me physicaltherapy.com.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's a pretty good,
that reminds me.
I need some crunch time CEUs. That reminds me, if anybody they still need 1 CEU. I'm going to send that out tomorrow.
Nisi.
The Smart Tools.
Nisi has 1 credit left.
We still have, if you partook in the member Smart Tools BFR course, I think God, now 2-3 months ago, whatever it was. Maybe even longer. I finally got those. It just kind of took a little bit, and I'm going to send those out tomorrow. So
Sweet. All right. Anything else we should hit up before we start these shenanigans?
No, let's do it.
Let's do it. I'm really excited about the shenanigans this week, so I'm going to let you pick. Where do you want to start?
I think we start with Mean Girls.
Yeah. Mean Girls. We're going to fat Mean Girls. I didn't know that there was a second one coming out. And then I was just on, sometimes I'll just be like, oh.
Look who's in it.
In the second one?
Yeah. You keep
Tina
talking.
Fey and Tim Meadows, you said?
Yeah, that's all I saw.
Is Amy, I bet Amy Poehler is not. There was a scene in there with her that I could not, I was like, I can't remember. I didn't remember, and I couldn't believe she did it.
Mean Girls 2034.
Where the dog was just chewing on her nipple.
Oh. Nipple action.
Yeah.
Oh, John Hamm's in it. Jenna Fisher's in it.
Oh, I'm for sure watching this. So Mean Girls. Let's talk about the overview, and then we'll get into the fat. Like, you've seen it?
I have seen it. It's been a while.
It's been a while.
But like, I mean, the base of the movie, the base of who the characters are. I'm not gonna remember their names in the movie as well. But if you tell me the actress or whatever name, like, I'm cool. Or just a general synopsis of who.
Maisha. Welcome back. So I watched it again today just because I knew we were going to do this as a fat. Or I was like leaning towards it. I was like, I want to watch it and see it again. So in between patients, I threw it on. One, it's like the perfect length movie. It's an hour and a half. Like, it's just such a. I forgot how good that movie was.
I remember when this movie came out, the original Mean Girls, when it came out, and maybe fast forward 2 years, now it's on whatever TBS, and I watched it, and I was like, okay, that was a pretty funny movie.
Yes,
that was a good movie, and I felt a little like I shouldn't have liked it
because you're a dude.
Because I'm a dude, and like in general, I was okay when it came out in 2004. I was 19. No, yeah, I was 19 years old. Probably saw it when I was 21, and I was watching a movie. Let's frankly say about a bunch of 21 to 25-year-olds playing high school kids. Why was I watching that movie? It wasn't because it was funny.
Because there was hot chicks in it.
Yeah. That's why I was watching that movie. But it turned out to be really funny. And it turned out to be like kind of raunchy. It turned out to be
just enough of everything. Like it was just cut well. Movie. Like it moved so well. Like there was no wasted anything. There was no like scenes where you're like, oh, this is like everything was just it like flowed and went quick, and it had enough like it was good comedy. There was a little bit of action like to it. Like where they, there was the trust falls and stuff like that, getting hit by a bus. And then like kind of the weird-ish flashbacks where she like related where everyone was acting like animals. Like that's creative.
Yeah.
It was just a creative, fun, quick movie. Probably like when you think of all female casts, like all female leads, it's like, what do you compare? Like it's in the Mount Rushmore. Right?
Well,
Bridesmaids.
Bridesmaids,
hilarious. Mean Girls. Like, how do you rank them?
I'm trying to think of another like
all female.
Did you ever see Ocean's 8?
Yeah, I didn't care for it.
How about the Ghostbusters?
I did not see that.
I didn't see that one either.
I think you know what Ocean's 8. It was fine. It was okay.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't get over. And this is gonna sound really bad. I couldn't get over how bad Sandra Bullock's plastic surgery like made her look.
You don't have to.
Like I kept being like,
bad.
she looks
Perfect.
awful.
No offense to anybody that has plastic surgery, but if
she's like one of my all-time favorite actresses.
if you're doing it electively to like, it never ends well.
Yeah.
It never ends well. And like, just please avoid it. Just avoid it. Avoid it as much
You're
as
all
possible.
beautiful as is.
Plastic surgery was created for a very good reason. And that's like when somebody has something
Accidents or-
traumatic
yeah.
happen.
Yeah.
And like, accidents happen. Let's get back to like, okay, let's fix up that eye a little bit and that cheek a little bit. Not to look like a freaking plastic doll walking around when you're 70 years old.
It's okay to look like you're older when you're older.
And this just in. Stop dyeing your hair. Stop dyeing your hair. Unless you want it to be like blue or purple or something. Hey, you have to go
Rock
after
out.
it. Go after it. But if you like, I'm telling you, ladies and men, gray hair is cool.
So Mean Girls, like legitimately
That's what we're talking
way
about.
funnier
Mean
than
Girls.
I remember.
Mean Girls. Okay, so are we?
And who said
What?
on Wednesdays we wear pink? Colleen said, and then Niecy said when the kid said, "Nice wig, Janice. What's it made of?" She said, "Your mom's chest hair." It was good.
Are we doing the 4 main girls? Is that?
Yeah,
Is
I
that
think
who
that's
we're
where
debating?
we start. I think that's where most of the conversations is going to be at. Like they're the ones that are on scene on camera the most.
Yeah.
There's a couple other side characters that might be worthwhile. So
Tell me,
Katie
who is
Katie
main?
is Lindsay Lohan.
Okay, main character.
Going to be a strong candidate.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
She's got equal parts like book smart and also kind of common sense. Like, she was homeschooled and just had like this, what's it like in the jungle?
Yeah, she's got some experience.
Primal
to live off
knowledge.
of, right? Yeah.
So she's kind of a little bit more unflappable.
Okay. Yeah.
Calm under pressure. Like when you live in the jungle and you're around wild animals, you probably don't crack.
Jaguars.
Jaguars.
Yeah.
I mean, she had a stressful overtime victory in the mathlete.
Okay.
It was her one-on-one, and she had to problem solve.
Influenced by others.
The limit does not exist.
The limit does not exist.
She does kind of lose her way a little bit in the middle.
Yeah.
Which is obviously the bulk of the story.
Mm-hmm.
Wanting to be popular, wanting to be liked.
She might be an athletic trainer that had a really good foundation of schooling, got out of school and started really just doing any Instagram exercise and treatment plan that she could get her hands on. But eventually says, hey, whoa, I did learn something from that, but maybe I need to hone in on what it means to be Katie and what it means to be an athletic trainer named Katie. And then, therefore, becomes a superpower.
Yeah, she wanted to do everything. She wanted to do all you can't, as an athletic trainer, realistically, you can't master all the treatments, all that. You kind of have to find your own way.
Yeah.
If we've talked about that.
And a little bit of like an athletic trainer that doesn't want to say, oh no, I don't do dry needling, right? Peer pressured into, well, we should probably dry needle that because it feels tight. Oh, you said you're sore right there, so we should just probably dry needle that. And then everybody thinks you're like the hot, cool, new athletic trainer. When maybe she eventually takes a step back and says, I wonder if I should dry needle that.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Regina.
Which one's that?
That's
the main bad girl.
Rachel McAdams. Yeah, she's kind of the main antagonist.
Yep.
I would say.
Yep.
The head of the plastics. She's got a lot of influence.
She does. She's
She's
got a lot of resources, if I remember correctly. She's wealthy.
she's wealthy, but she's
Right?
not as wealthy as Gretchen, whose dad was
Huh?
the founder of Toaster Strudels.
Oh,
But
yeah.
yes, mom and
Oh
dad.
man, when was the last time you had a toaster strudel?
I was thinking about that today watching the movie. I don't know because I can't because they're not gluten free.
Not true.
I
High
mean,
school. I had some toaster. I had a lot of toaster strudels in high school.
toaster strudels.
A lot
Yes.
of toaster strudels.
Is it a toaster strudel if it doesn't have an icing packet or no?
I hope not.
So you have to have the icing packet to be a toaster strudel,
I
right?
hope not.
Because that's the best part is the icing.
Yes.
Like,
The rest of it is really good. But
how
like,
did you do your icing on your toaster strudel?
Oh, I changed it up. I
Oh, you
I
didn't
had-
have-
I had fun with it. I
you-
had fun with
You
it.
weren't doing like
I wasn't just the swirl. I didn't like.
squiggly lines.
Yeah. No, I had. Sometimes I
You're
would.
doing
I'd spread it out with a little bit of knife so that it was like
Oh.
every single bite you got a good amount of.
you weren't
frickin'
like a tic
frosting.
tac toe board person.
I did it all. I'm telling you, I did it all. At times, I tried to write maybe my name.
I love you.
To the girlfriend. Here, I made you a toaster strudel. Love you.
Kyle gets so heated on food takes. It's great. Who the F has a toaster strudel without icing? I'm
I
sure.
didn't know that there was.
I'm asking if is there such a thing? I don't know.
There are Pop-Tarts without icing on the top. So there's probably toaster strudels too.
Hon, is there a difference between a Pop-Tart and a toaster strudel?
Yeah.
They're the same or they're different?
They're the exact same but different.
No, seriously, I'm being serious. Is a Pop-Tart a toaster strudel or vice versa? So a Pop-Tart would be a brand of toaster strudel?
No. Both are brands.
Both were brands.
Yeah.
I guess toaster
toaster-
strudel is a little bit
Toaster
more.
strudel. The first thing that popped up when I was typing toaster strudel was toaster strudel Mean Girls.
Good. Toaster strudels are a little bit
Toaster strudel-
flakier, right? Okay, Kyle just said that. Toaster
Yeah.
strudels are
That's
they're
a
a
good
little
point.
flakier.
That's a
There's
good
not
point.
that little edge, whatever that edge bullshit on the Pop-Tart is. Can we get rid of that?
Oh my god.
Like, like
But what would I break off then and eat?
oh
that?
god, I hated the fucking
and eat that first so that I was
crust-
only eating the goodness.
the
for
crust
rest
on
of
the
my-
Pop-Tart is like one of the worst things ever.
Yeah, I guess it is like it's more of a flaky pastry, icing included.
I answered my own damn question. I just had to think about it. They're different.
Yeah, one's more of like almost Pop-Tarts are more like
Toaster strudel's greater
almost
sign.
cookie based. Like
We could do a which would make a better athletic trainer, toaster strudels or Pop-Tarts. But maybe we
Sure.
save that for next week.
just might have to do that one.
I'll put it up and we'll just talk about it next week.
Man. Oh my gosh.
Before I forget.
I did not buy them because I knew that I would forget them, but can you remind me if you remember
Yeah, I'll remember. Maybe I won't.
for next podcast? I found a special Reese's peanut butter cup
What?
that I want to try.
With like the ones with the chips in
No,
them side? No.
there are a lot of Reese's peanut butter cups.
Is it
out
gluten
there.
free?
Probably not.
Ah, fuckers.
There's a lot of Reese's peanut butter cups out there. A lot of different versions. There's sticks.
How do you
and
spell strudel?
Strudel. I think.
Is there 2 E's or just 1 E?
Strudel.
Okay. Toaster strudel.
Strudel.
All right.
Strudel. Yeah, I wonder if the inventor of the Pop-Tart got super pissed off when toaster strudels came out.
Which one's older? We'll talk about that next week. That'll be our frat for next week. We already have it.
I have an idea which one's older because I just looked up and I saw the date.
Okay. Okay, so Regina, she's rich or she's got money. Her parents let her do anything. So she's got basically like could you imagine like if your athletic director was like Regina's parents? She's like legit a high school kid who's doing like making out with her boyfriend, and the mom comes in and be like, hey, you need anything? Food, condoms, anything? You guys are doing great in there. Could you imagine if you had that kind of support from your athletic director, where you could just do no wrong.
Give you all the protection you need.
It is incredible. It's like having athletic trainer insurance plus as your. Just kidding.
That's pretty wild. Imagine.
So
imagine.
she's got. So here's the thing. Regina she's mean, but she's honest. Like in terms of like she knows who she is and she embraces it and she doesn't sugarcoat it. She's like where Katie is more like, I'm pretending that I'm one thing, but I'm really not. And I want to be nice to everybody, but at the same time, I don't really know what I want. And Regina's just like, no, this is who I am. You deal with it. And so there's something to be said about having that kind of mentality as a healthcare professional. This is who I am. You make the adjustment, not me.
It's interesting. It's a strong case.
Yeah. Thank you. She is mean and people don't like her.
Yeah.
But people are still like kind of flock to her. And like they kind of like whatever she does, she's like the trendsetter.
Mm-hmm.
So it would be like an athlete being like, I don't really care for my athletic trainer, but I know they're still going to take care of me. Like she gets her shirt nipples cut off and then everybody wants to do that because that's like the cool thing to do.
Yeah. People follow even her.
She punched me in the
accidental
face.
lead.
She punched me in the face once, and it was so awesome. It was like the best day of my life. Like, yeah, the athletic trainer.
It's interesting.
Going in there that one time was like the best thing that ever happened to me.
It hurt so much when they were digging into my quad, but man, it was the best. Huh? They make me do the worst exercises, but it was the best. That makes sense.
Yeah. So she's got. While her personality is probably worst on this list, she has some skills.
Yeah, can you really be as selfish and self-centered as she is and be a good athletic trainer? Can you? Maybe.
Just confident in herself. She's got the most confidence of all these people. She's actually the only one that does have confidence. Which is important.
Yeah, it's true. It is true. All the other ones are pretty unsure of who they are.
She's also a pretty good planner. She planned like the whole book burning, like sabotage thing and the whole, so she's got some big picture. She's actually pretty devious, and you can't be stupid and be devious. Like, you got to be smart to be able to trick that many people.
You really do. I think she's a strong candidate.
Yeah. I mean, they're the two strongest. So, like,
wait, what's her name? Regina.
Yeah. So then the other two.
Regina.
The other two plastics. Karen.
Yep.
Is the blonde? She's the shall we say, the ditziest of the four.
She was not strong academically.
No.
Probably.
But she had some talents. She could predict the weather.
Oh, yeah.
She said my boobs can tell when it's about to rain or when it's raining, like 30% chance.
That's right.
So as an athletic trainer, I mean, being able to predict the weather would be nice.
That'd be pretty cool.
And there was something else, too, that she said that I was like, oh, that'd be a fun little party trick for an athletic trainer. She could fit her fist in her mouth. That wasn't it.
Yeah. That works. Never.
Oh, yeah, I have ESPN or something. That's what it was. Thank you, Colleen. She's like, I've got ESPN or something. Like, yeah, you should understand sports. Like, she could predict.
Nice.
I have ESPN or something.
Most athletic trainers have ESPN.
In
more ways than one.
She was at least she was the nicest of them.
Mm-hmm.
She took the most guff. Flack. Like, people were the meanest, like, straight up mean to her, and she would be like, move along.
Well, it's kind of important as an athletic trainer because you take a lot of shit.
Yeah, thick skin.
Gotta have thick skin. I like that. That's a good quality.
Yeah.
All right.
And then there's Gretchen, who is she's the toaster strudel daughter.
Toaster strudel. Always well-fed.
Well-fed.
Mm-hmm.
She...
A little spoiled.
She had the most, like, knowledge, in
Okay.
terms of like she knew all the gossip from everyone. Everyone
Ah.
came to her, told her things. She ends up not holding on to most of those secrets. She ends up kind of
Telling.
spilling most of the secrets.
Spilling the beans.
But to be the trustworthy one that people tell the secrets, that's kind of an athletic training skill. That's what we do.
It's a pretty remarkable skill to keep getting all the information, even though somehow they don't know how the information got out.
Yeah.
How did my coach find out that my foot hurt?
Yeah.
I'm just going to keep telling my athletic trainer everything. Huh. That's a pretty good. As much as sometimes I think we take on too much as athletic trainers, too much of, we know too many of the secrets. It's a nice skill to have that people trust that they can tell you things, and or you just kind of have your ear to the ground and you can really just have an insider knowledge of a lot of ESPN.
So those are the 4 main
Okay.
characters. What are your thoughts so far?
All right. Who's best at rehab? Planner?
The best planner?
Regina Phalange?
Trying to think if Katie would be good at rehab. She's got the animal flow thing. She was also a planner. She kind of like had to plan. Her and Janice planned like how to kind of take over or how to bring down
The plastics.
That's kind of a tie to me.
Okay. Who is the best with administration?
Katie.
Okay.
She's like good at math, organized. The plastics don't want to do any hard work.
Uh-huh. Who would be the best evaluator?
Katie.
She asked the right questions.
She's asked the right questions. She is open-minded enough.
Okay.
And she's got that homeschool versus book smart. Like,
okay.
She's just not going to assume she knows. She's going to try and find out. And she's also the best under pressure.
Yeah?
Yes.
Okay.
Like when the Santa song broke down, she's the one that kind of started singing and like got them through that sticky point, and the mathletics. So she's the best. Like I would think she'd be the best on field.
Okay. Well, I'd see. It seems like it's Katie then.
It probably is Katie.
Okay.
I think the others. I think Regina's probably second best. I think they all have a few qualities.
Sure.
But I think Katie and Regina probably are your 2 best.
Mean Girls, Katie.
Yeah. I'll put 2 stars by her, 1 star by Regina. So, okay.
Yeah.
Fun. And now I'm kind of, now that I watched that one, I kind of want to watch the new one, especially knowing that John Hammond, you said who was the girl from The Office? Is that who you said was in it? What's her name?
Pam.
Pam? So
Are
now
you saying Pam?
I know I want to go see
M's?
that. Yeah.
Pam?
Okay.
I just watched that, by the way.
Let's do our friend or foe.
Okay.
And I'm gonna step over here. It's not really a friend or foe, but it's
really
kind
a friend
of
or foe.
it's just
more
like
of a well, what are you doing this? What we all have to clean. We all have to clean our tables. We all have to clean equipment, devices, so forth. Here at Structural Elements and SC Lab, I tend to use one of these bottles, and I have like a little
hand towel.
It's a little microfiber cloth on here.
And
if
I can't imagine that any athletic trainer in the country doesn't have it set up like this, where the towel is just draped over the spray bottle handle.
In fact, you might walk by the spray bottle and you might say like, oh, that's a little.
If you're on the live stream,
not neat enough, and you kind of like refold it over there, right?
If you're on the live stream, let us know if you do not have a spray bottle with a towel draped over like this,
or you purposely like you purposely have it like
I see this a
little,
lot.
like, little untidy, like you kind of like it, because then it looks like it. This isn't a new towel. It looks like no, that's something that's been cleaning stuff, right?
You have your cleaning towel on top of your cleaning bottle.
Yeah.
I think that's fair to say that most athletes. Oh, Nisi does not put the towel on.
Where does Nisi put it?
Where do you? Well, the question I have, Kevin, for you
What is it?
is how long has this particular towel been on this particular bottle before you exchange? Bring in a new towel, tag out.
Yeah.
Like, when's the hot tag?
This towel, because this one doesn't get used a lot.
Colleen does not either. Maybe I'm wrong.
Is it just a bottle just hanging out?
Is
So this specific towel has probably been cleaning that table over there for at least 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
And this is what I'm going to say, though. It's probably only used, this towel has only been spray the table, wipe it down. Honest to God, in 2 weeks, that table's only been used 10 times.
Okay. So I might be wrong here because a lot of the live streamers are saying nobody does it this way.
Apparently not.
I'm used to seeing it like
You get a new this is the point.
maybe I'm just spending too much time in like gyms. Like this is how it is in the gym. Maybe not in the athletic training room anymore. I've been out of the athletic training room for a couple of years. I've got to use special wipes too. We're going through the comments here. Let's see. We had a couple people jump on, so thanks for joining us. Nisi does not. Colleen does not. Kyle has to use special wipes in his room. That's where I'm at. Don't you throw the towel away after each use? Hopper's on, and he said, I don't put a towel on top of the bottle cleaner. Pretty much every time we clean tables throughout the day, we get a new cleaning towel. Throw it in the hamper. Says Nisi. Craig joined us as well, and he says, ever since COVID, our school has given us 5-gallon buckets of sanitizing wipes. So maybe in this new age, it's not a thing anymore.
Well, all right.
Hannah just jumped on and said, you guys clean your tables? Good for you, Hannah.
Not often. I'll say the one that's in the gym area, like that one gets switched out more often.
Okay.
I'm going to give it, just because this in here, it's a little different situation. But in your typical athletic training room, I would reuse the same cleaning towel throughout the day, as long as it's not like super soiled. Like, use a lot of use of paper towels.
It's good for the economy.
It's great.
And the environment.
Ecological systems. I'm curious, and I don't know what the studies show, but like, so like how dirty is this towel? Right? Versus, like, I just used a cleaning solution. That cleaning solution is good enough to kill the cleaning or kill the crap that's on my table. Why isn't it killing the stuff in this thing? Because it gets trapped in a different way? Moisture buildup? I don't know. What do you think? What do you think's the limit?
I'm trying to think when I was in the traditional setting, we had spray bottles on our tables. We had a specific area for cleaning towels. And they were basically our old treatment towels that were ripped up that you didn't want to use them on an athlete. It's like, oh, we can't be using this hokey looking thing on an athlete. But then we had our treatment tables or our treatment towels on the edge of each table at the end of underneath the treatment table. And I swear to God, sometimes I was just too lazy to go, and I would just use the treatment towels for spraying down because it was just close and easy.
Yeah.
But I do remember having towels over the top of the spray bottle, I think. Maybe I'm misremembering, like Andy Pettit.
Like Andy Pettit?
You remember that?
No. What is
Roger
that?
Clemens, when Roger Clemens,
About like all the steroids.
yeah,
And, yeah.
he's
Maybe I'm just-
misremembering.
Maybe just he's misremembering that I didn't do that. I don't know why he would say that. I don't.
Shit, this is
It's
maybe
interesting. I'm trying to think, and Dave would have to remind me. I know we had, for the longest time, we had Cavicide, and I can't remember if we always had a towel on top, and we tried to use the same towel. I would not get rid of a towel if I was okay.
I mean, you would graduate from a treatment towel to a cleaning towel when you've been used so much. You've basically, I mean, you would retire to a cleaning towel. I shouldn't say graduate. You retire to, right?
We used to use the Gatorade towels that we had to clean the tables. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Now, if you clean a table, spray it down, wipe it down with a towel. What if you had 2 tables you had to clean? Would you need to use a new towel for each table?
No.
So why would I get rid of the towel every time I clean it? Like every time I clean.
How many treatment tables would you have? How many? And when you're on the live stream,
4.
This would be another good top 5 question, but nobody answers our top 5 surveys anymore.
No.
How many treatment tables do you have?
We had 4.
You had 4 at the big leagues.
Yeah, I have 4 next door. I had
how many in Biloxi?
3 in Biloxi.
3 treatment tables in Biloxi.
Yeah, I only used 2 though.
And I don't remember how many we had at UWM. It was 1, 2, 3, 10, 12?
Probably 10.
It was 5. And then we actually had 1 or 2 in the rehab room. So we might have had 12. We had at least 12 treatment tables. And
how many did you have in Engelman?
Oh shit, in Engelman? 1, 2,
when it was
3, 4, 5, 6. 12. I want to say 6 or 7 for just the soccer, the satellite facility. And then taping stations, we had 5.
Yeah.
Hopper had 5 treatment tables plus 2 taping stations, and sometimes we have portable tables, and we'll get to that in just a second. The portable tables, we'll get to that in a second, Hopper.
Yeah, we will.
Colleen said she had 4 treatment tables and 2 taping tables. I'll clean them all with the same towel and then toss.
So then why are we getting rid of, after you clean one table, why are we getting rid of towels?
So
why
you're saying why stop
hamper?
at 6? Like, so she has 4 treatment and 2 taping tables. She would clean 6 and then throw it out. You're saying why not do 12?
The only time you're cleaning all 6 tables or all of those is the end of the night, right? The end of the day, you go through, you clean them all. But if you're you're cleaning a table in between treatments, right? If you're throwing that towel into the hamper after you cleaned a table once, why wouldn't you do that after you clean every table when you're cleaning all 6 tables at the end of the night? That doesn't make sense to me.
Explain offsides. Makes no sense.
Burp, burp, burp.
Did you finish? You did finish, right?
Finish
Ted Lasso?
What? Yeah. Absolutely, I did.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe there is more of a conversation here. I'm not quite sure. Like, I don't think on any other
we need an OSHA
athletic training podcast you're getting table wipe talk.
Spray or mist?
Oh, still one of my favorites. When people ask me about this show, that's one of my go-to. Like, this is the kind of conversation we'll have, and they'll like chuckle.
Yeah.
You did make a convincing argument for stream, but I still will use mist when I spray a table. You made such a good argument, though. I was like, that does make a lot of sense, but I can't get out of my.
And if you want to check out our argument,
that was
on
like
spray versus stream.
I don't know.
Mist.
I don't know what episode that was. If we ever get an intern or another person to work with us, the first thing they're going to do is catalog all of our episodes so we can like look up when and what we talked about each. Like that's.
Do you think it's in the first 50?
Yes. Oh yeah, for sure. I wanted to say it was in the first. I wanted to say it was in the first 10, but I don't know
10?
that for sure.
I don't know about 10.
Maybe 25,
I
yeah.
don't know about 10. So
Interesting. Okay.
towels.
When my towel won't wipe dry anymore, I'll change it. And that's Hannah.
Hannah,
Welcome back.
always just so.
When Hannah's dry,
When
Hannah's
Hannah's dry, she's
she'll
gonna
change.
change it out.
She'll change it out when Hannah's.
No. When she's always wet, she changes it out.
When
When she
when
can't
it's
dry it
so
out.
wet that she
Yeah.
can't dry off. That's what I heard.
Ooh.
Okay. We might have to come back to that conversation at some point,
might.
but let's do FMK.
Do it.
Kevin, you did not see this on social media. I did put it up yesterday. Again, it happened in professional football. There was a video of a player who was going to a treatment table on the sideline, and the table, when he sat on the table collapses and he crashes to the ground with it. And he was going there. I think people were saying he was going in for a concussion evaluation. So that sucks. But the table breaking, the portable table breaking is a bad look.
It is.
And I was thinking, what other things could happen that we could FMK? Like sideline accidents, sideline catastrophes, sideline disasters, whatever you want to call it.
Foibles.
So, what?
Foibles.
What's foibles?
Foible. It's same. It's all.
Oh,
yeah.
I've not heard that word.
Really?
Is that FOIB?
I have no idea. I could have made it up.
Is that like a fable?
It's been in something.
I thought it was like a fucking something. I thought you were combining, like fugly slut from Mean Girls. She's a fugly slut.
I don't even know how to spell that. Foibles.
I think it sounds like FOIBLES.
FOIBLE. A minor weakness or eccentricity in someone's character. So I used it wrong.
Say it again.
A flaw in somebody's character.
Oh, okay.
Well, so a flaw in somebody's situation.
Yeah.
A foible.
Right. So we'll FMK a treatment table, a sideline treatment table going down, a portable one.
Yeah.
Like let's say you have your Gatorade. Like let's say you have your display of cups.
Yeah.
And the table gets run into, and all the cups go crashing down. Or maybe you just have like a cooler, and the cooler gets run into, and
all the water gone.
I wanted to ask you, did you ever have with baseball, this happens in baseball a lot, the guy, the golden sombrero, and he takes the bat to the cooler, to the Gatorade cooler. Did you ever have that specifically? Where he's just taking it out on the fucking cooler like it's the cooler's fault that he just got punched out for the fourth time? You see it a lot.
Yes.
You've had that.
Yes.
And then it's just like, what? The top comes off or whatever. You're like, well, now I got to get a new cooler.
Well, luckily in professional baseball, you have a lot of help from other people. And so normally...
Like your equipment people?
Yeah. And so normally somebody else would be like, hey, you got to watch the field. I'll handle this. Even in the minor leagues, my clubhouse guy, basically, he would be like, hey, I'll go fill this up for you. Numerous times have been witness to the cooler being the one at fault.
So should we go like cooler or like the Gatorade? I mean, I guess the equivalent would be like if you are a cup person, you put up cups. Like in football, a lot of times, well, they got bottles too. But you've all seen where like the table of cups just gets crashed into, and just like cross country meet, and somebody takes
anywhere.
Down
100%. That can happen anywhere, and even in a dugout.
So you basically lose your hydration station. We'll say it that way.
Like
so we got a treatment table mishap.
Station.
The hydration station goes down, and then the third one. What did we say? Like you personally, you get run into, or you get kicked or hit with a ball.
Athletic trainer down.
Volleyball to the whatever.
Basketball to the nose while you're on the you're like on the bench. You're like trying to pay attention to something else because somebody's limping over there and you get a basketball in the nose. Oh yeah. Absolutely.
Deer running over cross country runners. I've seen that video.
Oh,
That
Jesus
is
Christ.
a bad situation.
That would hurt.
I fought the deer and the deer won.
But
So
yeah,
we're gonna F Mary
somebody's
kill.
tackling somebody into the sideline. You get hit from
You're
that.
too close. Get rolled up on. Did you see the chain gang guy? I don't think it was this weekend, but maybe
No.
the weekend before. Maybe it was a couple weeks ago. There was like one of the chain gang guys got rolled up into, and you could see his leg got broken. I was like, oh damn.
I did not see that.
Yeah, I was like, right. I was like, don't show the replay on that.
I don't. Yeah. Yeah, no.
So let's F Mary kill. Why don't
Let's
you
do
go
it.
first, and
Okay.
I'll put your bottle away.
So I'm effing him, marrying him, killing. Okay. My treatment table, my hydration station, or me. You know, really thinking in all these scenarios, the time that the only thing that's really getting hurt is the hydration station. You know, I feel like it's easy to marry that, but at the same time, it's awfully frustrating that we either haven't moved the hydration station to an area that won't accidentally get hit, or why are you taking your frustration out on my hydration station? You no longer get water. And then my job is even harder. Actually, speaking of like temper tantrums with coolers and stuff, my worry was always not that like now the water's gone. It was like in this fit of rage that somebody is experiencing, they don't realize how heavy 10 gallons of water can be.
83 pounds.
Yeah. And like, if they knew it was an 83-pound dumbbell, they wouldn't pick it up to throw it, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I always imagined somebody, you know, getting a freaking hernia or something.
Labral tear.
Yeah. That's what I was always like, listen. So whenever my guy would calm down or whatever it was, I'd kind of go back to him and be like, I need you to know something. What you think you're attacking is a lot stronger or heavier or more resistant than it is. Pick a different object. That's what I think. Anyway, I'm gonna marry. I don't want to keep getting hit. Man, the table falling, the table breaking. I'm gonna kill. I gotta kill the table breaking. Thinking as an athletic trainer, I'm gonna marry the hydration station. I'm gonna kill the table breaking, and I'm gonna F me getting hit. Selfishly, as a human, and not an athletic trainer, and like that I care about other people. It's like I want to kill me getting hit. I don't want to take hits, and I'm gonna marry. I'd still marry the hydration, and I'd F the table, because like if the table breaks, like somebody's probably not gonna get hurt. But if somebody is hurt and the table you're on there, that's when that's suspect. That makes sense.
So give me your final answers again.
I tried to be really. I changed them so that like I could hit all of the answers. I'm going to kill. Fuck it. I'm going to kill me getting hit. I'm going to F the table breaking. And I'm going to marry hydration station.
Okay.
I think I have a splinter.
Uh-oh. Splinter or sliver?
Oh, shit.
We figured
this out before.
Yeah, we had that talk.
I think it's a sliver.
I don't remember. I don't remember what. Yeah. Okay, so for me, I think the best situation is for the table to break, because
I'm marry that.
I'm gonna marry that one, because I'm not like accustomed to really having a table. Yeah. So like I'll do an eval on the ground. I'll get them to a bench. I don't care. I'll make the adjustment. Very little is going to change in my day.
Okay.
So that one's an easy marry for me. Between the other two, I haven't been taken out on a sideline before, so I guess I can't speak to it yet.
Yeah, me neither.
However,
Nothing I couldn't get out of the way of.
having your hydration station go down kind of it's more annoying than anything,
It's a
because
bummer.
now I gotta refill.
It's a bummer.
Now my distraction's away from doing my job. I don't want to spend time filling cups or coolers, or now I gotta run and get a new cooler. But it's not. It's more just annoying than anything. Getting hit on the sideline, I think I could shake it off, I guess. I don't know.
Not breaking your leg.
Yeah, if I got really rolled up on. I think if I got rolled up on the sideline or got hit, I'd be pissed off for like 2 minutes.
Hmm.
And then I'd be like, all right, you're fine. You're fine. You're fine. So I think I'll F getting hit. I'll try it, see if I like it, see how I handle it.
Yeah. Try it.
I'll kill the hydration station. Like, it's just gonna annoy me.
Okay.
Let's see what the live streamers say here.
Colleen is getting hit on she's killing getting hit on the sideline. Tackled out of bounds. Been there, done that. F in the hydration state because F it. It can be refilled. Marrying table. Mostly
fill it back up.
embarrassing.
Yeah.
Mostly embarrassing. Not the end of the world.
Fill it up again.
Fill it up again. Kyle's marrying the hydration, effing the table, and killing me. I'm not a fan of getting ran over or me getting hurt. If I'm hurt, I can't help others.
Hopper said he hasn't had the hydration station knocked over on the football sideline, but I have seen it a couple times in basketball gym.
Ooh.
Also, why I'm not a big fan of filling a bunch of cups ahead of time.
Yeah.
An AT
Indoor,
AT,
way worse indoor than it is outdoor
Yeah.
too, right?
An AT in the area got taken out during football and tore their ACL, MCL, and yes, it's workers' comp.
That's a bummer.
So it's a fun conversation.
Can you imagine that? Imagine you get tackled on the sideline. It's not workers' comp.
Oh, at least hopefully your doc is there.
Yeah. To document that it was workers' comp.
Yeah. All right.
What do you got next?
We're gonna do our feature topic.
Oh shit, yeah.
Hopper said, "You want to see a 60-year-old athletic director, basketball coach move fast, knock over 2 10-gallon coolers on the gym floor. They'll get that right up."
Towels.
All right, so we're gonna talk about squirting.
Squirting.
Yeah,
Squirting what?
the Kelsey brothers talked about it, and they put it up on social media, and it made some headways amongst the athletic training staff.
So why don't those guys?
Why don't they come on our
their
show?
Own water into their mouths.
So you saw the video, right? I sent
saw
it to
it,
you.
I saw it.
Yeah.
Yep. Listen, when somebody's standing in front of you and is gonna squirt you in the face, you're gonna allow it to happen.
Did you ever squirt
No.
someone?
No. Never.
Like, I just, on principle, I don't understand.
Number one.
I don't understand
Not that I know
why the athlete would want somebody else waterboarding you,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
You don't know how much I want to drink right
Correct.
now. You're guessing. Are there hand cues? There signals?
Yeah.
I don't get it.
This is what I always thought it was. Football players nowadays have these gloves.
Yeah.
Almost all of them. I mean, linemen wear gloves, running back wears gloves, wide receivers wear gloves, tight ends wear gloves. The only one that generally doesn't wear a glove is the quarterback.
Tom Brady.
My thought
Left hand.
was that those gloves, if anybody hasn't put on a brand new pair of basically receiving gloves, they're very sticky. But when you get those kind of gloves, constant moisture from, like, let's say the dew or condensation on the outside of a Gatorade bottle, I feel like you're in the realm of reducing the friction that happens at these gloves. I always thought it was literally just to avoid getting any kind of excess moisture on the sticky part of your glove. Apparently, to these guys, they said, well, the guy's standing there in front of it and just holding it there, so I might as well open my mouth so he can squirt me in the mouth. Nobody talked about performance. Nobody talked about, like, getting your hands wet is a really bad idea because I have to catch a ball for a living. I need to hold a guy for a living. Like, and if my glove is now wet, I'm relying on my glove for grip. That doesn't mix. But apparently they're saying it's just because athletic trainers do it. So what the fuck are we doing? Here.
Okay, so as an athletic trainer, what's the pros of squirting the water for somebody else? They don't throw the water bottle away? You have control of the water bottle the entire time? You know how much water is in there? Is it just so that they don't chuck it down on the ground? That's the pro?
I'm still trying to think. The pro.
I think that would be one of the pros is if you are squirting somebody else in water in somebody else's mouth, you don't lose the water bottle. You know where it's at. It doesn't get damaged. It doesn't get broken.
Time-wise, it's a lot faster to you move down one line than move down the line, give everybody a water bottle, and then collect them back. Yeah, like that is.
I don't.
It's a big time saver, I would say.
I don't know.
It is. Even if they all came to you, they're in a timeout or they're in whatever situation for the game. They're not in a timeout to get water, right? So if you're on the field and there's a timeout,
but then there's a pecking order.
Pecking order of what?
Who gets the water first, and how much?
But
and then,
but
if you're the 11th guy in that line, do you get any water?
You should be able to. Yeah.
You got to wait the longest.
Unless Tom Brady's like, hey, give me more. And then you got to give Tom Brady more.
I just don't understand why it's a thing.
I don't know where it started. That's why I always
Is it because they don't want
these new gloves?
Even if they don't want to take off their helmets, they should. They're athletes. They're athletes. They should be able to spray water into their own mouths.
Oh God, I would rather trust myself of like what I'm gonna squirt in my own face. Look at that.
Yeah.
Versus somebody else.
I just know how much water I want to drink.
First and foremost, yes. I might not want just a. I want like.
Or what happens?
Keep it coming. Keep it coming.
You got a hiccup, a yawn, a sneeze. You can manage those things.
Yeah.
All right. So here, the other part of this discussion is
how much you like getting squirted in the face. Oh.
Has it become one of those things that we're known for, the profession? Oh, you're the people that tape.
Yeah.
Oh, you're the people that spray the water bottles.
Yeah.
Oh, you're the ones that do the massage on the sidelines. Like,
you're the one rubbing down.
Is it a bad look for the profession? Yes or no?
Yeah.
100%. To be known as the squirters?
Yeah.
Is bad?
100%. You know, the only way you get paid for being a squirter
is that Pornhub.
Is a totally different website than nata.org.
You're too much.
What?
It's funny.
And I was thinking OnlyFans, but
OnlyFans, yeah.
Well, maybe that's an idea. Athletic training OnlyFans.
I was talking about it at work today. Like, I was talking about, is there an OnlyFans? Like, what does a dude do for OnlyFans?
Lots of things.
It's like, maybe I'm doing the wrong thing. Maybe I should just start an OnlyFans. I don't know what I would do.
Chad,
But I did have that conversation at work today.
There are some people that make a lot of money off of it.
I know.
There's a lot of people that want to see a lot of different things.
All right.
Some people just want to see people being squirt in the mouth. Apparently, some people like it. Now, if you have that cap just a little loose and you dribble on their sweaty jersey, apparently they don't like it. I'd squirt somebody in the eye. I mean, what?
You ever have a bottle with split stream? Which one you go with?
Call that the Viper. You going left or you going right? I've never had that, but I think it's.
I don't know. They just had this conversation on the Kelseys had this conversation. And I was like, I don't understand what we get out of it as an athletic trainer. I just don't understand.
I think it's
somebody
just,
please explain it to me.
Legitimately, I think it's being a team player. I think you're literally just. I think number one, it's time. I think it's more efficient for you to move through the line, even if you are the last person's going to get offered water because you brought out 6 bottles. Like you will offer them. I thought it was being a team player that listen, if you grab this bottle, your hand is going to get the condensation on it, and we can't risk you dropping a ball in the 4th quarter to win the Super Bowl if because you held a Gatorade bottle. But it's not the case.
Okay, let's look at this from one more perspective and we can wrap this up. Is football the only sport that we do this? Are there squirters in soccer?
I don't know. Are there?
Are there squirters in field hockey or lacrosse? There's no squirters in indoor sports, right? Swimming? Is it okay to squirt a swimming?
In the pool? Just open your mouth. Do any other sports involve squirters?
As athletic trainers? Baseball?
No. There's no squirters in baseball.
I actually did squirt once in baseball.
Lots of cups.
An eye. Pellet in the eye.
Yeah. I just dumped a cup.
And actually, the athlete who's now a coach, he was faking because he didn't know the sign. So he pretended like he had something in his eye, so he'd come out here.
And I know who that is.
It's like, ask Scotty what the sign is, or tell. Yeah.
I don't know what he's calling.
Yeah.
Please tell me.
It's when I knew I had a real athlete, when he knew how to do that.
And did you go, dude? He wants you to throw a curveball. I don't know if any other sport. My first thought was hockey, but I don't think they do.
Is it okay? I mean,
most guys,
does the Zamboni person get pissed off if there's too much squirting?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Is that bad for the ice to have excess water on the ice?
Probably not. I don't know. I just, again, this conversation still comes back to me as an athletic trainer.
And how much you don't want to squirt on other guys' faces.
What are we getting out of it as a professional? Other than I got a team of athletes that chuck the water bottles and I don't want them all broken. It's literally the only thing I can think of.
If I was an athletic trainer for an NFL team,
I want to keep my water bottles pebble free, turf pebble free.
Imagine me going up to an offensive line. I mean, seriously.
Here we go.
Who's got
Matumbo?
Like who's gonna have a better aim of getting it in your goddamn mouth? 5'7" Kevin, or 6'7", 350-pound guy? Like, I mean, just here, squirt your own goddamn face. And then those Gator. I mean, I don't. How much do you think? All right, you're an intern for the Green Bay Packers, and your job, you graduated. You get to run on the field and everybody during a timeout. That's like the big thing. You're gonna get TV time. You're going to get to like run out on the field that you never get to run out on. How often are you practicing that squirt?
You're going home, you got targets
so
set
that
up.
you aren't, that stream is not too weak and that stream is not too strong. I mean, what are you doing?
That's a great video we're going to make.
I mean, that's freaking amazing.
We got to get like a kickboxing dummy. Do some
you have your oh no, it doesn't have a head on it. I was going to say you have your mannequin thing.
Yeah.
We'd have to put a head on it.
We'll do that. We can do that. We'll bring it in. Athletic training.
Could you imagine?
Tuck and roll, spray. We'll make that. Kevin, you're late to the party. Do you squirt water bottles into your athletes? What sports do you squirt?
Do you squirt any of your athletes?
Why would you squirt, Kevin?
What's the point of squirting?
I have a follow-up question for what you were just saying. As the intern, and that's like your primary responsibility or whatever.
Yep.
When does the honeymoon wear off? Like how many times you have to do it before you're like, all right, this shit's not fun anymore. You're like, it was cool the first 6 squirts. I knew I couldn't ask him the question.
3.
3 days?
Oh, days? Oh, I was gonna say 3 times.
3 squirts and then
No,
you're like
3.
I'm tired
Like
of this.
let's say you are the intern that runs out on the field to do it. The third time out, the third TV timeout, you're kind of like, whatever, done with.
So
and then the third time somebody's like, oh, I saw you on TV, and you're like, fuck.
So Kevin, water bottle squirting's not a thing in hockey?
I don't think it is
So we're thinking it's just football? Maybe soccer?
Because like,
all right, let's have that conversation. All right.
Number one,
let's just fucking do it. Whatever.
Well, I don't know. Like, yeah, in hockey, like if there's a timeout, does everybody gather at the bench and then like athletic trainer just quick like boom?
Only football.
I could see what's weird is I could see it happening in hockey because maybe they don't want to take their gloves off, and you're not. Like, those gloves are not conducive, I feel like, for grabbing a Gatorade bottle or picking up a cup, right? You have to do it. You have to take it off to operate your hand appropriately, I think. I would think. Craig said soccer uses their feet. But I'm bummed.
Handball.
Listen, squirting. Yay or nay for athletic training? That is our newest debate. And then I really think you need to tag the Kelsey brothers on that because they should know that there's an athletic training podcast that's talking about how they talked about squirting.
Yeah.
And they it was a golden opportunity, boys, to say, hey, those people that are squirting the water in our mouths are also the people that are working 20 hours a day to make sure that everything behind the scenes goes really well.
I'm not tagging them. Whatever.
I would.
Why?
Why wouldn't you? Who cares? What do you have?
No, I don't need them.
That's a good call, Kyle. A hockey goalie squirts their own bottle. And they got a cage. They got massive gloves on.
Yeah, hockey players can do it.
You know, like, I don't know. And that's where I always thought it had everything to do with the gloves, but apparently it doesn't. Anyway, they probably are just, to be honest, they're probably just having fun with the word squirt. It was a great
obviously
question.
That's what obviously they just went with it because of that.
I'm not really mad at them.
No, I'm not mad at them either, but I think that there's a conversation from our perspective too. They were being funny. We're also trying to be funny, but we're also like, should this be part of our job? Like, legitimately, like, I don't get it. Why do we get known as we're the tapers, the squirters, the massagers,
wanna know why,
the stretchers?
Wanna know why?
Because we allow it?
No, collectively as sports has been created, there are these things that nobody else will do. And everybody goes, well, who else is going to do it? Because the coaches aren't going to do it.
Yeah.
The players aren't going to do it. Nobody else is going to want to do it. So it comes down to the grunt people, and that is the athletic trainers.
Grunts.
Grunts.
I am Grunt.
I am Grunt. Well, that was a stimulating
Extra stimulating.
conversation.
You have to be extra stimulated to.
Some say you just have to hit the right spot at the right time, and you, too, can also enjoy a podcast called Candid Athletic Training. So thank you to our sponsors, Healthy Roster, Smart Tools, and also Athletic Trainer Insurance Plus. We couldn't talk about all these fun topics without you. And you know what? All of our listeners, millions of listeners right now, please head over to candidathletictraining.com. There will be a little pop-up. Give us some suggestions of what you want us to talk about. Ask us some questions. Maybe you want to get to know Chad and Kevin a little bit more. Maybe it's your first time ever listening to an athletic training podcast and you want to know what the hell is with nobody using ice to treat injuries. We'll talk about it. Just leave it there right into our website, or you can email us, or hell, direct message us on candid_ATC on all your major social media platforms. I hope everybody enjoyed the show. You got anything else for the folks?
No, I hope everyone has a safe New Year's. Well, you're probably listening to this. It's after New Year's when this is going to get released. So, welcome to 2024, everyone. We're going to have a great year.
Bye.